to spend their money. Well, for more on this, we can now be joined by Cora Pfafferott from the Democracy International, live for us in Cologne. Thank you for coming on RT today. Many in Germany upset that this bailout fund will use German taxpayer money to save weaker economies like Spain and Greece. But perhaps isn't that just the reality of being part of the EU, to help your neighbour in need?
Yeah, exactly. This is what the European Union is about. It's about the strong country to help the weak country. That's solidarity, and that solidarity also, I believe, that most German taxpayers agree on that issue. The thing what we need is that what is currently happening in Brussels and in Athens and Madrid and so on, and also in Berlin, that this what is happening is supported and backed by the citizen. And therefore we say that we need a decision, a referendum by the people where we say, yes, the future way the European Union is governed, we need the European Union's citizens' support.
All right, as you say, you say the idea of a referendum, that the people's vote to see what they think about the European Union, about German support. You seem to suggest that people support the way Germany continues to shoulder up the brunt of the Eurozone crisis. Is it fair to say that most Germans are okay with Brussels now being able to spend German taxpayer money as it sees fit?
That's not the question my organisation is looking into. What we are saying at Germany's top constitutional court in Karlsruhe is that the German parliament gives up too much of its sovereignty when the ESM and the fiscal compact take over most of the German taxpayers' money. So this is what we are saying, and that therefore there needs to be a referendum to decide whether German citizens agree that these powers are conferred to a higher level, which is the European Union level.
Oh, I understand. I do understand what you're saying, but as we know here, this court is ruling on whether or not this whole act in the EU, the Eurozone, whether or not it's constitutional or not for Brussels basically to spend German taxpayer money. If it is ruled unconstitutional, what other options exist for saving the Eurozone, do you think?
Yeah, the option is to work out a number of alternatives and to say what is the best way and what do citizens actually want, which Europe do they want and which Europe do they want to take responsibility for. And for this to happen, we're saying that there should be a convention, which means that every member state sends a number of delegates to this convention, and then over a certain period of time, citizens who are there work out a draft treaty, and that this draft treaty is put forward to the citizens, and then that citizens in the member states decide if they want this treaty or not. So it's not dictating by a certain politician or by certain banking systems or whatever. This is the solution we're going to have. It's that the citizens themselves work out what they want to have in the future.
Oh, I totally understand that you're saying it's up to the German citizen to decide what the future holds, but certainly Angela Merkel, certainly over the past 6-12 months, has been very strong in her position when she goes into an EU summit, and it's always about bailouts. Merkel has been very steadfast about if Germany will help, it will always come with strings attached. But in recent months, it would seem that she's backpedaling quite a lot. Who's calling the shots here? Is Angela Merkel in control, or is it Brussels that's telling her what to do?
Well, I'm not Mrs. Merkel's spokesperson, and it's generally a certain phenomenon of the European media that the Italian media says the one thing and the German media says the other thing. So in Europe, we don't have one European media yet. Therefore, the picture and the messages that we hear are very fragmented. So I cannot answer that question.
All right. Well, live from Cologne, that was Cora Pfafferott from Democracy International. Many thanks indeed for coming on RT today.